Hey everybody, and welcome back inside the mind of Matt. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about a battle that I've had with spools of filament. So if you've had a battle with rolls of filament, keep watching this video. Okay, so no matter what material or color you're dealing with, whether it be ABS, PLA, HIPS, or PETG, or doesn't matter, red, blue, green, yellow, whatever color, once again, it's going to come on a roll for the most part. And those rolls are going to come in different shapes and sizes, just as much as the material that's on it, depending on the manufacturer. And that's something that you're going to have to deal with. So, is there a universal spool holder? Well, that's what we're gonna go over right now. Let's take a look at the evolution of my particular spool holders. So this, if you recognize it, and you have an Anet, this is the stock filament holder that they send you, even though they don't send you with any filament, they just send you with an open roll of it. That worked for a while, but what I discovered was, there was some chunking and then it would hang up, and one of the biggest, I shouldn't say biggest, but I should say one of the top important things that you're going to want to make sure of is that the filament's coming out of your nozzle at the right pace and without any tension or anything. So E-step calculation is one thing. Filament being fed into it is another thing, and if you don't have something that's going to run smooth, obviously you're going to have some problems. So back to these guys. So that came stock. This was my my next attempt to do something. I screw those onto the end, and let's see if I can. They'll kind of lock in on each side of that, and that worked for a little while, but then I ended up with the roll that came on doesn't fit. So that's where this guy came in. Printed him out, worked pretty good. This threaded rod goes in between it, and of course, what the problem was is that it's a little bit sloppy, so it still didn't fit just right, and it would still kind of chunk and unspool a bunch as it was going through. I printed out some spacers. This guy was the next in the evolution chain, I believe. That was screwed to the side of my box. That worked good for a while, but I had to have like a filament holder on because it was kind of turning a couple of different angles, and it didn't like it really. I tried the roller thing. These should have been scaled up a little bit, and the use of plastic bearings and improper screw size was an inevitable failure. So I ended up finding some bearings, and went with this model, which was suggested by a couple people, which I think under the right circumstances these might work, but not being pulled like this. Maybe if they were being pulled down it might, but it just ended up pulling my little filament right off of that shelf. So this was another model that I believe it was prior to this. It received the bearings, but that one didn't work either. Which leads me to what I've been printing pretty much all weekend, which is these guys. And woohoo! About to have major malfunction. Anywho, as you see, they come in I put a link in the last video. I'll put it in this one too for these, just because I like them so much. But you know, they cut these rods come in different lengths. They come in, you know, 2 different sizes. Your actual frames comes in 2 different sizes, one for the small, one for the big. And you know, you can kind of do some measurements, because there's a couple different factors. You know, the center hole is 1. You know, this thickness being 2 and the diameter being 3. It's gonna make a difference as to which one works with which. But by eliminating any tension or any feed issues with your filament into your extruder, it's just one parameter you're taking off the table and you don't have to worry about. So that's pretty much what the video is about. I need to have proper spool management. I have thought, well, I got a couple of lax tables on the way from IKEA, and this whole thing is going to get completely renovated, and that's where these guys are going to come in handy for my new plans. So anyways, that's pretty much what I've got to cover today. Spool management. Just make sure your filament's getting fed into your extruder nice and smooth, and you shouldn't have any problems with binding or anything that's caused by that not happening. So don't forget, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you don't like this video, then you can still hit that like button. Comment in the comment section for anything that you'd like to see in a future video. And most of all, don't forget to subscribe and share on your social media so everybody might get to see this idea. Have a great day, everybody, and happy printing.